Hey, welcome back, everybody. Time once again for the Tomii Healing System. As we talk about this whole different approach to healing, pioneered by our friend Dr. Chen. Today's brought in one of his patients, a very famous patient here today. I'll let you introduce him, Dr. Chen. Who'd you bring with you today here?
Good afternoon. This is Chen. I'm the founder of the Tomii Healing System. We are the bridge the traditional Chinese medicine with the modern technology, scientifically approach to the traditional Chinese medicine. We use the sensor to detect the skin resistance to map out where's the blockage, make the invisible visible.
And we'll talk all about that today here. Just to remind everybody, Dr. Chen's been in here before. We've done different shows with him and with some of his patients here. And he came up with this thing many years ago where he was suffering himself and with diabetes it was, right?
Very serious diabetes type 2.
And he was in China. He's a scientist at the time. He's working on some acupuncture, stuff like that. And you said, no, that stuff, acupuncture, stuff like that. And you said, no, that stuff doesn't work. And the more you dove into it, the more you found out it might. And you actually did what nobody's done, which is you found a way to take this qi, this energy flowing through your body that Western science still isn't sure about, not sure they can find it or recognize it or believe in it. And you found a way to not only identify it, but to measure it, right, using a sensor technology. And that's what you've done. And so it's turned miracles. I've been a patient, so full disclosure. And today, you got brought in a guy who's even bigger than I am here, Rick Darnell, president of the the Retired Players Association in the LA chapter here?
Yes, that's correct.
So you were with the ABA, you were with the Virginia Cavaliers way back when, before it was...
Virginia Squires, yes.
It was Virginia Squires. The Cavaliers is what the other team. So Virginia Squires, and then you merged into the NBA. First you went to Europe for a while?
I played a little bit in the NBA, then over to Europe, and then came back in 1984, back with the Clippers and signed, and got hurt right away.
And in those days, that was it. That was the end of the story here.
Exactly.
So what led you? You've certainly had injuries. You've certainly had the best training in the world at college and the ABA and the NBA. What was it that led you to find Dr. Chen here?
Well, we were having our annual meeting in Las Vegas. Oh, no, it was the All-Star.
Yeah, Los Angeles.
Los Angeles, the All-Star game.
Right.
And I'm always trying to look outside the box with like healing things and just this life in general. I'm always trying to get in the cutting edge of what's ever new in the world.
I think we all are. I think that's the baby boomer curse or blessing. I'm not sure, but we're not. Western medicine's great if I break a leg or I need a heart transplant, but give me something other than a pillar procedure.
Give me something that's going to make me feel better.
Yeah, right.
And it's so funny is you're always looking at, and I've gotten really against like big pharma because working with a lot of the players and the opiate addiction and stuff like that. And instead of like giving pills and putting like a Band-Aid on it, or I always look to try to get to heal myself. And
right.
I've gone from stem cells to everything there is, and always looking outside the box.
Had you been familiar with what has been around for 1,000 years, Chinese traditional medicine, this whole approach that there's some sort of qi and energy flowing through your body, and if you can unblock it or redirect it, it can help heal itself?
Yeah, I was playing in France, and I had my back where I couldn't move at all, and they brought this guy from China that came in. He was acupuncture and this and that, and I'm sitting there going, oh yeah, right. You're stick a needle in me, I'm gonna feel better.
Right, exactly.
And no, he actually treated me up and made me feel like I was Gumby and cracked my back, and I didn't have any problems with my back for the rest of the whole season. But always looking to that and how things can come about. And I ran into him at the All-Star game, and he showed me the system, and it makes sense to me because I have a strange thought about our body. Is like I feel like our bodies are like a motherboard, and when something gets broken, you go in and fix that part of the body electronically. Because
that's become real popular. Other podcasters like Joe Rogan.
When you first come in, we check your energy qi. We found your energy qi is very low.
Yeah.
And
hard to believe because he's pretty energetic today, right?
and your kidney energy also out of balance.
Yeah.
But let's talk about that
Okay.
hacking the system, because that has become a real meme, something everybody's talking about. Joe Rogan talks about it. Robert F. Kennedy was on a show. He, Jr. talks about it. Mel Gibson talks about it. All these celebrities and famous people think, and a lot of tech billionaires think of the body as a computer, as a motherboard. And maybe then it's just we got to hack into the system.
You hack into the system, and they say how the flow, like he was talking about the blockage of different parts of your muscles or the blood flow and stuff like that. And if it's stagnant there, it's not flowing. You're not going to have that energy. You're not going
Right.
to have the ability to cure things and stuff like that. And when he started talking to me about this, I go, this makes sense. I like this stuff. And he's worked on me, and he's done just miracles with me. Just,
I was the opposite. I came in very skeptical, and he said, "What's your problem?" I said, "You're the doctor. You tell me. You got the little sensor." And he looked and he said, "Well, there's something going on with your heart. I'll tell you that." And I had just been diagnosed with your lung, with a very strange thing. I still don't know much about it. A lung nodule, a little growth in my lung, and it hurts like hell. And I thought I was having a heart attack. I'd gone to the doctor and done a CAT scan, and they said, "You got this little growth." And I said, "Get it out." "Oh, we can't. It's too touchy. It's too risky. You just got to learn to live with it. It's going to hurt as you get stressed or tired. This thing's going to flare up, and you're going to do it." He says, "I think I can shrink this thing." And by God, over a year, I came later, next year for my physical, and they said, "I don't know why, but it shrunk."
wow.
This little lung nodule. So it hasn't completely gone away. Maybe I'm just hallucinating, but I'm telling you, that's why I keep coming back here, because nobody else had any solution or answer for it.
This morning, I just finished with one client, and he visited me about 3 to 4 months, and he told me, "Oh, great news! What's the news?" And I visited the cardiologist, and he told me only visit me once a year. Before I asked me to visit him twice a year.
Right.
I was worried asking me to visit him like quarterly. So now I told him, you are very good. You just only visit me once a year. Hopefully we can help him no more visit the cardiologist.
Yeah, right. And this was this cardiologist, you said, right?
Yeah, cardiologist.
So are you open to talking about what your condition was, or problem, or persistent? It's usually something persistent that nobody else can figure out what to do
Oh,
with.
with me?
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, what happened? I've had.
I don't want to push you if you don't want to talk about it.
No. It was just that I just didn't have the energy. I had like pain in my hip and my leg. I had a knee replacement that I put off, and from all the years of playing ball, I was
Right.
bone on bone, and I had tried stem cells, and I couldn't understand why that wasn't taking effect. And then the doctor started telling me, he says, you're 275 pounds, you're 6'10", 11,
Yeah.
and I'm helping coaching at Cypress College and Santa Ana College. I just, with kids in general, I just
Right.
do it for free.
Which is where you started originally at
Yep.
Cypress College here. There's a connection to Orange County here. Yeah.
And I just want to work with kids, and so I've been giving the rest on my knee when they were trying to do that.
Right.
And so then I had that procedure, but then I was tight and had a little bit of problems, and he ran me through this test, and everything he said that was wrong with me, it was right on, and he started working with me, and I'm feeling just unbelievably great right now.
And what do you, so that we go to a doctor and you say, all right, bone on bone, it's nothing. I mean, acupressure is not going to create new cartilage where there isn't any here. But energy, persistent pains, chronic things, the doctors just seem to shrug and go, I don't know, I can give you a pill to cover it up, but I can't explain it. Or I can't cure it. I can't find a way to deal with it. Why is it? And I would think you are you're with the NBA Retired Players Association, you're the president of the LA chapter here. I would think a lot of NBA players, a lot of athletes, because you push your body to an extreme and you keep playing because I don't want to be hurt. I'm just going to keep going. And then all of a sudden you pay for it down the road. The Joe Namath kind of story. I mean, Joe Namath looks crippled to me half the time when he walks around.
Well, you got to think about when we were playing. It's like you didn't want to get off the court because you were afraid somebody's going to step in and take your job.
Yeah.
We weren't making it a gazillion dollars like they are right now.
Right.
And it's like you know, if you had an injury, I mean, I've had a couple injuries when I like tore out the whole muscle, and then we're in a championship game, and I'm over in Italy, and I tore over the ligament in my left finger, ring finger, and it was right before halftime, and I came in, and it's like a mess. And I came up to the doctor, and he goes, I go, how bad is it? And he goes, you've tore everything in it, that you can't do anything worse.
Yeah.
And he goes, are you going to play?
Can't get any worse.
Can you play? If I don't play the second half, we're going to lose. And I go, all right, let's shoot it up, and let me tape it together and go out and play.
Right.
But nowadays, the current players, if they crack a fingernail, they're out for a couple of weeks. And it was just a different world. But the older guys, Joe Namath, all this, we destroyed our body. We didn't take times off to fix it.
And part of it was the culture. Just suck it up. Come on, be tough. And then they'd give you, Dr. Feelgood would just give you a shot of something here. And all of a sudden, you're supposed to just put up with it here.
Well, and when you're on the road or you're playing, you didn't want to go off the court, because if this other guy comes in and steps in and he plays better, has a good game and plays better than you, you're sitting on the bench and you're looking at maybe, being traded or lose your contract. And that's just how it was. There was no security, and we only had 10 players on the team when I was there. Now if you look at the teams, they have 15 players, they have 15 coaches behind them, and then the G League has another 15 guys. So it's you didn't have a lot of chances back then.
I apologize to everybody who's watching the live stream. For some reason, our camera cut out. It's still showing over there, but it's not showing here. So I'm just going back to the logo. So we'll finish this out in the last 10 minutes. Or just audio only. Apologize for the confusion here. But let's finish that story out here. Is this a common problem? Talk to me about NBA players. Are they all aching and hurting and tired? They've all pushed themselves, and now as they get older, it catches up with them?
Most of the retired guys have gone through so many injuries, and you got to look at back when we were first playing and stuff like that. I mean, you had no MRI machines, you had no way to know really what was under that skin, and they would just slice you open in big old railroad track scars, and
just anything to get you in, shoot you up, and just to get you back in there.
Just want you back on the court. It was a business for them.
I wonder, is it harder because you're a big guy? I mean, I'm a pretty big guy. You're a really big guy here. I wonder, people like Shaq and stuff, as they get old, just being that big, it's got to be weight on your knees and everything here.
So your knees, your ankles. I mean, if you didn't sprain an ankle every week being a center, because it's just so much traffic down below the bucket, you're going up and coming down on people's ankles, and
you rolling your ankles, you come down
your ankles all the time, and it was this common thing, and you just I rolled it, and hopefully it doesn't go. I can get up down the court next week. Yeah.
So have you brought any other NBA players? Has anybody else been open to this or tried this? What you're working on here? This idea of Chinese traditional medicine, and particularly Dr. Chen's approach, where he's got a scientific sensor to try and find the blockage, the energy blockage somewhere here, rather than the traditional guess method. Let me look at your eyes. Let me feel. How about this? How about this? Let's try it until we identify the problem.
No, there's a lot of. Actually, there was a line out the door at the All-Star game. All the other old guys trying to get into him to see what was wrong, how he could help them, and he took care of a lot of the players at the All-Star game. He did a fantastic job and put a lot of smiles on a lot of faces of us old guys.
So, Dr. Chen, do you ever know? You don't seem like a basketball player kind of guy here. Do you know who any of these people are that you're treating here?
Yes.
I don't think you do. Do you follow basketball at all?
Do you follow basketball, Dr. Chen?
Sometimes.
You do? Okay.
He had some superstars on his table that he was working at the All-Star game, and he just was taking care of them. He didn't care who, what, when, or where about him. He was just taking care of somebody who was in desperate need of pain relief.
Yeah, last year when I visited Houston, I helped several NBA player retire.
Because you've got we got somebody using a license over down there using
the Houston.
Right?
Yeah, you go down to Mo Evans and those guys. He helped out.
Yeah, and
I thought there was somebody in New York too, or something. You go to New York periodically.
Yes, in New York too. New York helped that place.
You helping out Tom Hoover and those guys there. I know that.
Well, sometimes he tells me of some of the people he's helping. I'm like, do you know who that is? And he's like, no. Am I supposed to? They come in, they ask for help, I help them here.
That's how he is. He's just he's got a great heart, and he's really knows what he's doing. And he comes back and he like has you hold something. He has electric current going through you, and he says that's where you hurt. And they go, how did you know that?
Yeah, that's what surprises me. And then when he starts working on it, he uses acupressure, not acupuncture, which I kind of prefer because it is like a deep tissue massage. If nothing else, it feels good. I don't know if it's really there's an energy blockage or not, but by God, I feel better when it comes out, just massaging all that and everything. But what surprises me is he'll say, okay, I think your problem is your liver or something, and he'll show you all these connected, meridians up to this. So I said, why are we doing my thumb or my index finger or my toe? And all of a sudden he'll start working on it. I go, ow, I didn't know that hurt. I never touched myself in the backside of my ankle or something here. And I always say, you found the spot. And it, sometimes it hurts a lot.
It was so funny. He'll be going in like your leg or somewhere else, like, and you have, I know I have knots there.
Yeah.
And it never made sense to me why that was a blockage. But you go, well, there's a knot there, blood can't flow through it, and then he gets in there, and you know how it hurts.
Oh, it
but
hurts.
He gets in there, and all of a sudden that knot's gone.
I think
blood
he
flows.
enjoys it sometimes. Yeah,
I think so too.
In the Chinese medicine system, the muscle is related to the spleen, and the tendon is related to the liver. And
you've got all these charts showing how many meridians are there flowing through your body?
There is 12 meridians.
12 meridians, and the idea is they flow out from your organs out to the extremities of your body, your fingers, your hands, your feet, your neck, all these things here. And you track these things, and you start working on them along that meridian, and then you find that pain point, and pretty soon, ow, it hurts.
Even your finger have some numbness is all related to your internal organ.
But don't most of us just live with that? Okay, so my back aches, my fingers numb. I feel like I've got a knot. I felt like I've had knots half of my life in different things here.
And also, like a player is that when they play, the injury, some injury. The injury, even not fixed, the injury on time will affect the internal organ. So they affect each other.
I have no proof of that, but I certainly believe that.
You know what's amazing this time is when he starts working on an area that he goes, it's not really where it hurt. I'll say, oh, that hurt. Okay, you're right.
You're right. Oh, what did I know? Exactly. So what would you tell anybody who's thinking about, I would say if you've got a persistent pain or a chronic condition, something that just won't go away, and you've been to all the doctors and all they want to do is give you a pill to cover it up, which we're all hesitant to do these days, or they want to do something more serious. Well, we can try cutting it. Let's try getting an operation of some sort here.
I say go see Dr. Chen here. Stop taking the pills. You're not helping yourself. All you're doing is creating other problems down the road. Go in and find out really what the blockage is or the problem within your body, and try to look outside the box and look something that's really going to help cure you, and for somebody who's really passionate of curing people. It's him.
Dr. Chen, where are you located? You're up in the north part of the county here.
Yeah, right now our headquarters office in the Anaheim, but we have a business partner over the Northern California, over the Houston, Texas, and North Carolina, and so we are expansion to the whole United States to help millions of Americans achieve the measurable and sustainable health results.
And that's really your goal. How many years you've been doing this? What, 10, 12, 15 years, something?
Since about 15 years.
15 and now you're trying to expand it through.
So our goal is 2028, get a NASDAQ listing and training, empower the healer through scientific data.
Because if you got that level, then it would give you more money to open more clinics and actually create. You've talked about creating a training school for others, acupuncture, acupressure people to use your system and to teach them not just the traditional method, but this new scientific tool that you've added to it here.
Yes, AI powered system.
It really is. It figures out. Everybody's got AI something here. You got your AI contribution here. Well, thanks so much for coming in, guys. Here, I'm sorry it was short. I'm sorry we lost the video halfway through it here, but the conversation's a good one, and I know people will get a kick out of it. I get a kick out of just meeting you here and hearing somebody. You got to tell me one last story. You did play with Kobe Bryant's father, Joe, in Italy, right?
Yes, I played over Reggio Calabria with him. Yeah, and I've known Joe. after we both retired, we were going over to Hawaii and doing basketball camps for the kids at risk and homeless kids and stuff like that. So we go over there every summer. We do 2 camps a year over there, and then just visit all the hospitals and and just gave back to the community. And Joe and his wife, Joe was just a wonderful person. He was a great guy.
And I'm assuming you met little Kobe when he was 5 or 6 or whatever.
Yep, he was a little guy then. He spoke fluent Italian back then.
Did he really? I heard of that. Yeah. Did anybody know that Kobe was going to be Kobe here at that day and age here?
You know what? When we were on the court, Kobe would probably tell all the Italians to get off the court because he thought he was better at 5 years old.
5 years
but
of
that
age.
was Kobe's mentality.
That was Kobe's.
He was awesome.
He was. Well, thanks for sharing that. All right. Thanks, guys, for coming in here today.
Thank you, and you have a wonderful day.
Thank you.
Well, there it is. Another reason to tune in each and every time to hear about the Tomii Healing System. Hey, if you're looking for something different, this may be it as we explore the alternatives right here from UCI's Beal Applied Innovation Center.